So I think that's one thing that I could really see. And of course, we see like the usual dance companies that join, like we saw San Diego Dance Company, and then we also see really nice, surprising presentations, such as the PRO7 police dancing. It was so adorable, by the way.
One of my friends commented that she cannot help but be OC. And she saw the policemen really line up and form a perfect circle when they presented, and she was very happy to see them. Shout out to Rian Texon of now formerly with Sunstar, now with Neda, and she made that comment. We also have a lot of other friends who are watching us, right?
Yes, live streaming right now.
One of them is Josephine Abelia. Maglasang now. She's watching us, I think, from Mactan. Nobody wants to come here. A lot of Cebuanos would like to stay home, and well, you're lucky we have this coverage of MyTV. Yeah.
So for those who aren't watching us yet, you can see us at www.livestream.com/mytv30/on-air. You can also catch us on MyTV YouTube channel, also MyTV Cebu Facebook page, and of course we are at channel 30 at Sky Cable.
That's right, and well, of course, this coverage has been made possible with the support of our sponsors.
That's very true. So for everyone watching nationally and internationally, we would like to thank our fellow sponsors. We have the International Marketing Group, or IMG, Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated, Kaiser Medical Center, Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation, De Los Reyes Optical, Cebu Landmaster Incorporation. Of course, like what I said before, they're the reason why I was able to fly to Cebu. Philippine Airlines is also our sponsor. Coast Pacific Manufacturing Corporation and Hyperactive Entertainment. Maraming salamat po for making this coverage happen for MyTV.
That's right. Without these sponsors, this would not have happened, and you would not have enjoyed watching Sinulog 2020 right at the comfort of your homes or wherever you are right now. We know that we have friends from the U.S., all over the U.S., from both the East and the West Coast. They're watching us here. We also have friends from North America, Europe, I think some in
Middle East,
in Australia and New Zealand also. I mentioned a couple earlier. So this is actually, the Sinulog Festival has gone from being just for Cebu, but it has become international.
That is very true.
Not only because of the interest of the people who come here, but because of technology. Cebuanos who are now living abroad have a chance to watch the Sinulog or show it off to their friends. They talk so much about, you know, we have a festival in Cebu, it's called the Sinulog. What is that? Now they have our TV coverage. They can watch the contingents dance, they can watch the higantas, they can watch the puppets, they can watch the floats. Of course, they can see us.
Yes, they can see us. And you know what's really nice about it too is the fact that we even had an international group come here and also perform from Korea.
That's
which
right.
means like it's also open to people out overseas, which is really good.
Yes,
I remember before there was a group of Brazilian dancers who came here.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
There was also the Koreans. I think I saw them last year. Yeah, I think they have very strong necks. You saw them?
Turning
saw
his head around.
Yeah, that was really nice.
And the strings just turning around.
Where are they from again?
You know, if I kept on
from
doing that, I get
the
stiff neck.
Taiguk group.
Taigo group.
Yeah, it's very difficult to pronounce the name of their place in Korea. It sounds like an ointment you put on your face so that it will become whiter.
I think it's Syobo Deng Song Ro, if I pronounce it right.
And Chunchin Si.
Korea. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope my Korean friends like Sarah Oh, Aileen Park, Jay Kim, there's also Joseph Shin. They'll forgive me for mispronouncing those Korean words. So enjoy the Sinulog 2020. Enjoy the coverage of MyTV. And later on, we're gonna have... actually, MyTV is not just here to do the coverage. We also have a float.
Yes, we do, which we'll be anticipating a little while on.
That's right. And one thing about our float, one thing that you should remember about our float is that on board our float are the paddlers of the pads. These are people, these are differently abled people. They compete in dragon boat races. and they represent the country, and they have won a lot of medals in this competition. So they're not just people who are there for show, but they're really there for the real thing, to win.
So what we're trying to say is that our float is really the best because we have international medalists on our float.
That's
so
right.
don't miss it.
They're the ones who competed actually. They're in the competition.
Yes, they've competed abroad and all over the country.
So it's really
nice that they get to join us this year in Sinulog in an actual float. The first time that we joined the float competition, right? For MyTV.
Yeah.
Yes, the first time.
So earlier we had contestants in Sinulog-based and free interpretation. Again, just a reminder to our audience that Sinulog-based, this is the more traditional way of dancing. The Sinulog. So the 2 steps forward, 1 step backward. Free interpretation, kind of, this is the Sinulog with a twist. Different beat, different... but then one thing that we have to remember also is that there are rituals.
Yes.
There are rituals that they have to perform. So all these contingents, they also do a ritual aside from the dance. It's part of the things that the judges would like to check. So, well, what would be your most memorable Sinulog experience? Let's start with Lou.
Yes, well, since 2013, I've been performing. I've been on float events for 2 years. 3 actually. I was at IPI Float, so we danced the whole day. It was with my fellow models, and there was 1 year where I rode with my Binibini Cebu sisters. That was just the other year, last year, and this year I'm hosting with MyTV. So since 2013, my Sinulog days have always been busy, and I'm very thankful for that with Senor. So this year, I'm just very excited to be hosting with you guys.
Okay, so how about you, Jamie?
I mean, I haven't been back for 2 years, but one thing that I really find the most memorable, despite doing a lot of things for Sinulog, was the fact that my niece, Mia, she's the only niece, our only niece in the family. I made her come to Sinulog when I danced for the finale, and it was her very first Sinulog. And she was like smiling from ear to ear. So for me, it's very simple of a memory, but it's the most heartwarming memory for me when I was in Sinulog.
Yeah, because the Sinulog actually, well, they say this is, some old school people say, no, that's not a tradition because we never really had a Sinulog festival back in the 70s or the 60s. Well, as this is a 40-year-old festival, so it has somehow... a lot of the people who are alive now could remember their first Sinulog. As I mentioned earlier, my first Sinulog was actually the first Sinulog.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was watching, but then I realized later on, that was the Sinulog festival. Then the next year, I was part of the Boy Scout contingent of our school. We were assigned in Lahug because the Sinulog then passed by Lahug. And this was a long time ago. Maybe you could read it in the history books.
Because we didn't experience it because we weren't born yet, but it's okay.
Yeah, you'll probably not be able to find it on Google search.
But you know what? It's very much true. Like, this is a very traditional festival. It goes even way back, even before the 1980s. Because in the 1980s was the starting of the festival when people used to dance in the streets to show halad to the senior Santo Niño. But it also marks the history of Queen Juana receiving the Santo Niño and us becoming Christians, accepting Christianity as our religion here in the Philippines in 1521 when Queen Juana received the Santo Niño from the Spaniards. So the fact that this mark of history is still ongoing until now, and it became grander in 1980s, and then now in the year 2020 is really such a big honor, not only for us as Cebuanos, but for the whole Cebu.
That's right. As Eric mentioned earlier, this also brings in a lot of economic activity to Cebu, but also a lot of fun activities. But you can have fun and at the same time win something out of it. So Lou, what do you have there?
Yeah, so this year we have a Snap a Photo Sinulog Festival. It's a photo competition by MyTV. So here are the mechanics of the contest. So you get to share one favorite photo that you took during Sinulog Festival 2020 by tagging us on Facebook. This is very important, guys. You have to include hashtags MyTV Cebu, hashtag snap a photo, and hashtag my channel, your channel. So all of the entries must be public to be included in the competition on Facebook. And the photo contest with the most number of likes will win a GoPro Hero 7. That's for the first placer. Second placer wins a Samsung Galaxy A20 model, followed by a few gift certificates worth of 2,000 pesos.
Yeah, don't worry if there's a signal shutdown because the deadline for posting your favorite photos is until 12 midnight. The signal will be back maybe around 7 or 8 p.m.
7,
depending
8 today,
depending on the
yeah.
end of the parade. And also we're expecting no less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Duterte, who will be coming over later on to grace the Sinulog. Okay.
I heard it's going to be his first time coming to Sinulog Festival.
Yes.
So that's really exciting.
So another.
Oh, of course, Carol just reminded us that we're sitting very comfortably in these wonderful chairs from Coast Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
They're very comfy.
Yeah, and
This is comfy in here too. I'm going to sit here so that
yeah, you can
This will
sit
be
like a
beside
queen.
How it is.
of the camera.
Really?
And
Yeah.
this chair will be recognized.
So
really
specific.
well.
Thank you so much.
I hope I'm a beautiful enough model for this chair because this chair is absolutely
It's
to die
never
for.
looked
It's
better,
really stunning,
Jamie.
right? Yeah.
Oh, that side.
I do well. Yeah.
I think Coast Pacific just found a
Okay.
new model, so
I'm
let's
lonely. I'm
let's
gonna come
have
back
them
here now.
contact your manager for the signing of the endorsement contract.
Yes, please.
Okay, well, aside from the Cebuanos, we have a lot of guests who come here.
That's true.
We have people from all over the Visayas, all over the Philippines. I have friends from Manila who just come here to enjoy the Sinulog. But then they ask me, how come we go to your place and then you Cebuanos, you leave Cebu during the Sinulog? That is because the Cebuanos already know that we have this live coverage.
Yes, that's true.
They don't know what's going on. What's actually going on?
Oh, there's our
Okay,
float.
on the screen
There
right
it
now,
is.
that's the PADS Dragon Boat team on the IMG float. So
Right.
they're champion Dragon Boat racers. I've featured a few Dragon Boat events on my show. I have a show on MyTV, by the way. It's called Full Point, the Cebu Sports Show. Free plugging. Then
Go for
we featured a big Dragon Boat event in Mactan a couple of years ago, and it saw a lot of participants from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Yes, yes. And like what Nimrod said, it's really such a big deal of our float to have all of these like international medalist holders on our float. And the best part about it is not only that they won a lot of awards locally, nationally, and internationally, but at the same time, they were able to do that even being PWDs, which is really a big deal.
Yeah,
Honestly,
among the paddlers here is Arnold Balais. He's a good friend of mine, and he doesn't only do paddling. He also does a lot of other events. He swims. He competes in the Para Games. So
here
that's
they
what he does.
come.
Yeah.
That's really good. Look at them, how they're actually paddling. Looks like they're actually moving the boat. The
So
float.
adorable.
The float boat.
They're really such an
That's
inspiration.
Arnold there.
to be
The guy
honest.
wearing shades
There it
in
is.
front. That's Arnold Balais. So they have to paddle at the same cadence. So that's why there's somebody in front handling the drums for the cadence.
How about the person at the back?
The
Who's
one
not
at the
there?
back is called in the timonel, or the person who navigates the dragon boat. So they go on a straight line. So if you have a good navigator, it also helps your team move straight and faster during the competition. It's a skill where you know how to move the paddle. You don't move it from forward going backwards, but this one, if you're standing behind, you move it from left to right to steer the boat.
I
So
see,
that's
okay.
the job of the person at the back.
My God, that must be so tiring, just competing against the waves, you know? You're fighting against the waves just to get really to the end point of wherever you're going, and it must be really difficult.
Well, even without the waves,
that.
they look tired.
That's why they look tired. But you know, honestly, like I don't think I can do what they do because even just doing a little bit of workout in the gym for my arms, I'm already dying. So kudos to them, really. Like they're really an inspiration.
Yeah, that's the PADS Dragon Boat team on board the IMG float. They just passed the grandstand of the Cebu City Sports Center. We're gonna see a bit of them when
Right
they
here
pass
through
the
this
windows
window,
beside
right?
us.
We will see them later. So there was one time we were in Bali. We actually tried what do you call that, canoeing. So I had an experience with those paddling, and it really is tiring to the arms, especially when you keep doing. But we had an instructor who told us like what they're doing right now in the TV, like just put it up the boat, so it's like not so tiring at all afterwards. But then you get muscle pain.
That's right.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
it's the core. The core muscles are the ones that really are affected when you do rowing, when you do kayaking, when you do canoeing, or dragon boat racing. So it's the arms and the core. So even the legs, yeah. So, well, it's a very fun sport. It's a nice sport to watch because when you see people racing, you see them, you see who's the winner. So we have a big contingent. I think this is still from IMG.
I believe that's still from IMG, yes. So right now they're passing by. Oh, there you go. Your chaise is on the way.
Okay, when the contingents pass by the Cebu City Sports Center, the non-dancers would pass that concrete area right in front of or right below the grandstand, while the dancers will go up the stage. By introducing this system, the Sinulog participants now get a chance to really show off the best of their performances here on the grandstand. And those who'd like to watch the Sinulog, if they buy grandstand tickets, they can really watch all participants perform.
Yes.
Did we sell tickets ever since, or is this the first
Yes.
time this
They've been
year?
selling tickets for several years now.
How much did that usually cost, Sir Nick?
Actually, I have no idea.
Me too. I'm usually on the float or on stage when it's during Sinulog, so I have no idea how much the tickets cost.
Yeah. So after the IMG and MyTV float, we're gonna have Sun Pride Foods Incorporated. They also have a Gigante, 2 Gigantes from Sun Pride, and then we have this one. We announced this earlier, the Banawan Cultural Group of Banawa, Guadalupe. They're Sinulog-based contestant number 13.
But you know what, Nimrod? I would really want to talk again about Binibini Cebu.
Okay.
Because of course we have our very own winner last year for Binibini Cebu Heritage. And I want to get to know more about it because I've been participating in Sinulog since 2012. And this is a new installment actually. Like Binibini Cebu is part already of the Sinulog week or the Sinulog festival. So can you tell us more about Binibini Cebu and their efforts and all of their advocacy driven projects and everything under the sun?
It's really wonderful because like I mentioned earlier, Binibini Cebu is usually held on October, and then this year Binibini Cebu Court 2018 was actually extended a few months more. We were supposed to relinquish our crowns on October 2019, but then suddenly batch 85 of Sacred Heart School for Boys, they decided to move it 3 months after, so it'll be in line with Sinulog, which is a really good idea for most of us because by that we will get more recognized nationally and people will really know more about Binibining Cebu. And I'm really proud to say that the reigning courts right now are ones who are representing Binibining Cebu this year, which was won by Binibining San Fernando, Beatriz Luigi Gomez. Together with her are Binibining Cordova, Binibining Cebu City North, also Binibining Carcar City, and Binibining Dalaguete. So we have here a few facts about the Binibining Cebu 2020. So history. Binibining Cebu is actually, it says here, it's actually not the same as Miss Cebu. It is a completely different organization.
That's right.
For the information of everybody.
You were mentioning about batch 85 of Sacred Heart School for Boys. These are actually my contemporaries. I'm also batch 85 from another school, but they are my friends. the Batch 85 Foundation. So these are guys I grew up in Cebu with. So I'm very happy that they have done this. There's Kenneth Cobonpue, one of the, probably the most popular guy from Batch 85 of Sacred Heart. And
We also have Catriona Gray, who
Yeah.
also came for Binibini Cebu.
Yes.
She was Miss Universe.
Yes, Miss Universe 2018. That is one of the highlights of the coronation night this year because we had Miss Universe with us,
Yeah.
Catriona Gray.
And I heard she sang.
Yeah, she shared a production number which she performed Natural Woman. Am I correct with that song?
Okay.
You make me feel like a natural woman. Something like that.
yeah, and the winner of this year was Beatrice Gomez, who represented the town of San Fernando.
Yes.
And she's a 24-year-old gym manager, and she bested 53 other candidates representing the different towns and cities of Cebu. What is nice about Binibining Cebu is that there is somebody, even if you don't know them and you come from that place, that you really cheer for them, right?
Yes, that's
So
true.
that's what makes it different.
And it's also nice that all cities in Cebu are represented too.
Yes.
It's not just like women who just audition and then they get a spot as a candidate.
We really get to cover the entire Cebu,
Cebu.
province, which is really nice.
And as your prize for being Binibining Cebu, you Miss Gomez now wears a crown. It was designed by designer Carrie Santiago.
Yes.
You know, I've known Carrie for a very long time. He's good friends with my wife and their friends since they were young. So and it was produced by Oro China. Gomez has also been a model for the past 12 years and was a second runner-up in Miss Mandaue in 2015. So you both are beauty queens. So
Yes.
me, I only the closest thing I was to participating or to being really part of a beauty pageant was when I was escorting my cousin in Miss Toledo a long time ago. Yeah, we're a family from Toledo, so my cousin asked me to be her escort during the Miss Toledo pageant. So how does it feel? Like you were on the float, you have people watching you, and it's like seeing you for real for the first time. So what was the feeling, Lou?
It's really nice. I mean, seeing the people who cheer you on and seeing them that you have successfully brought home the crown and then you've represented their municipality or city well. It's really like heartfelt for most of us, even for those who didn't bring home a crown. It's really just about their representing their cities and municipalities. It already brings you so much honor and pride to them.
And also, I understand it develops a lot of friendships.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
especially friendships that are formed during Binibining Cebu. It's really wonderful. And even after the coronation night, we still keep in touch, hang out, grab coffee and all that. We still talk, and then which was the bond that's created.
I really love the idea of pageants. In fact, the reason why I joined wasn't only because I needed more friends in my life, but also but also to boost confidence and empower women. That's really the whole general idea also about beauty pageants. It's giving you that platform to be able to talk about your advocacy and teach you also lessons that you'll take on for the rest of your life. So that's why I really believe in the saying. Honestly, I'm not really sure who said this before, so I'm not going to say the person's name because baka mamali ako. But it's once a beauty queen, always a beauty queen, and that's very much true. Like I believe in that saying.
It's mostly well known from Binibining Pilipinas, but then everybody,
Yes.
everyone from every Binibini contest is already known for that phrase.
But do you know who said that, ba?
I don't think so. It's the organization, I think. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Let's do a Google search once we have signal.
That's true.
Who said it first?
But yeah, look at all of those crowns. Like they're so stunning. I heard that these are also newly made crowns.
Yes.
Yes.
The runner-up crowns.
Yeah, the
four
other winners
crowns.
were Amina Alababiri of Cordova, the Binibining Cebu Tourism, Betty Davis of Cebu City North, Binibining Cebu Charity, Marla Alforque of Carcar City, Binibining Cebu Heritage. She took
My
over you.
successor, yes.
Yeah, and Amanda Basnilio, Binibining Cebu Ecology. So these are the winners of this year's Binibining Cebu.
Yes.
You know, Jamie, that Bea is also a alumna from San Jose.
Actually, yes, she was my
Yes.
classmate when we took up
Oh,
mass
wow.
communication way
She
back.
also took mass communication.
Yes, yes. I remember
Really-
before we had a moment. I'm not so sure if she'll remember me though, or if she'll remember
Of
this
course she
moment.
does, yeah.
Or if she'll remember this moment. But I remember there was a time wherein we were shooting like this film for school, and we're both helping with each other's makeup because we were so clueless at that time how to do makeup.
When was this? Like way back?
This was like way back
2014?
even before 2013, I think. I think it was 2012 or yeah,
because I believe
2012
she
or
was also
2013.
Mrs. Safe 2012.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember. She was already joining pageants then.
Which was
So, yeah.
Binibining Cebu 2018-2019. Steffi Abirasturi was her first runner-up. So, you know, this is just like a bunch of girls who already competed with each other, who won
Yes.
their respective crowns. It's really formed a lot of friendships already.
Yeah. That's really great. And the girls look absolutely stunning. It just shows how beautiful Cebuanas truly are. Like, look at their gold gowns. Was this made by Carrie Santiago?
Carrie Santiago,
also?
yes.
Yeah, very stunning.
Well,
Very
next
stunning.
year I'll make sure I'll be at the pageant. My friends have been inviting me, but I've always found a reason not to be there.
Oh, no,
yeah,
you
but
should
next year
go.
I should go. I think I should go.
You should, sir.
You should.
Yeah, because the Batch 85 Foundation from Sacred Heart, they're all my friends. So, okay, we have now the first dancing contingent after the lunch break. And I think they have entered the Cebu City Sports Center. So we'll be having them in a short while. This is the group that we called earlier, the Banawan Cultural Group of Banawa, Guadalupe. And they're going to be competing in the Sinulog-based event of Sinulog 2020. For those who just tuned in, you're watching the live coverage of MyTV of Sinulog 2020. And you're with Nimrod, you're with Jamie, and you're with Lou. And we're here to bring you all the action from the Cebu City Sports Center. So here it is, the Banawan Cultural Group.
Cultural Group. Mao kadto ang Banawan Cultural Group.
Okay, we just saw the performance of the Banawan Cultural Group of Banawa, Guadalupe, Cebu City, and they're competing in the Sinulog-based category of Sinulog 2020. So you're watching the live coverage of MyTV of Sinulog 2020, and I'm here sandwiched between two beauty queens. So I know a lot of you guys envy my position. So, well, I'm sorry I have this honor, not you.
It's because you did so many offerings throughout the whole Sinulog since 1980s that God is blessing you to be sandwiched between two beauty queens.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I always looked forward to in the past Sinulogs was since the time when people were using film to shoot pictures, I would join the photo contest. I never won, never had a chance to win, but then it has become so big that a lot of people already like to join the photo contest. And also with the access of more people to cameras, cheaper digital cameras, good phone cameras, everybody now just wants to come in and shoot and take pictures. So we would like to remind those who are watching along the parade route to please do not pass through the cordon, the rope that they set up. There's security there. So if you're not allowed inside the parade route, not just lining the parade route, so please do not go in for safety and for security reasons. Okay. And those who are coming over to the Cebu City Sports Center, security is a bit tight. So expect people to inspect the stuff that you're bringing in. There are things that are not allowed, like they would not allow the reusable flasks or the vacuum flasks that we bring for water. And also later on instructions of the Presidential Security Group, if you have a bottle of water or anything in a bottle, you have to remove the cap. That's for security reasons. Yes. I actually got the idea about this. I used to run the security for our events here in the Cebu City Sports Center, the football events. And then my friend from Interpol, he's from Cebu, Simon Fernan at Interpol, told me, you know, during the World Cup of basketball in France, they removed the caps. So they allow water bottles inside but no caps, so that when they throw it, the contents will just spill out, so it loses its power as a projectile. So that's actually the reason. It's for security reasons. So if people will ask you later on here at the Cebu City Sports Center to remove the bottle caps, please do so.
Just a few friendly reminders. Speaking of reminders, I would just like to remind again of our Snap a Photo competition. So the mechanics, if you take a favorite photo from the Sinulog 2020, you share it on Facebook, make sure that it is public so that we will be able to see them, and include the hashtags, hashtag MyTVCebu, hashtag Snap a Photo, and hashtag MyChannel, my channel, your channel. The winners will be taking home gift certificates worth of 2,000 pesos. The second placer will be bringing home a Samsung Galaxy A20 model. And of course, the grand winner will bring home a GoPro Hero 7.
Yeah. And did you already post your photo?
Not yet. Our photo, I'm giving chance to others first because they don't have any signal.
Yeah, and I'd like to say hi to the other people who are watching us from ASMS Batch 86. They're Jana. Somewhere around the world they're watching, and also Dayan Tagimacruz, formerly from Lahog, but now she's based in the US. She's also watching our live coverage of Sinulog 2020. So this is a way for the Cebuanos to reconnect with Cebu without having to fly here for the Sinulog celebration.
And people are really watching the Sinulog Festival, live streaming now, watching us on MyTV all over the world. We have people watching from Canada, Texas, Taiwan, Riyadh, Florida, all the way in Hawaii, Russia, Torrance, California, Osaka, Japan, Las Vegas, Saudi, and the list just keeps on going. So everyone, do us a favor. Shout out to the world how proud you are of Sinulog 2020, how you're proud of being a Cebuano, and share our link so people can get the word about Sinulog.
That's right. And this is the best way to enjoy if you do not want to go out, walk far from where you park. or be bumping into other people while trying to move from one place to another. But then, of course, a lot of people say nothing beats being there.
Yes.
Nothing beats being in the place, celebrating, especially this Sinulog Festival, which is already 40 years old, and which already has drawn a lot of international attention.
Yes.
And it has brought a lot of people to Cebu. It has spurred the business of Cebu. It has encouraged people to hold events in Cebu. So it has been a very hectic week. There have been so many things happening.
Very many
that,
activities.
it's hard to move from one place to another. I mean, fuel consumption, I'm sure, also increased because of the traffic.
Oh my goodness.
I believe yesterday, Sir Nim, it took you 2 hours and 30 to get to Lahog.
That's right.
From Bulacan, right?
Coming from Pardo, from my office at Alta Vista Golf and Country Club, it took me like 2 hours and a half
2 hours.
to get to Lahog because I passed the wrong way.
Which
I went
usually
through Banawa. I should have taken the South Road properties.
True.
Yeah.
But everyone who's also out there enjoying Sinulog, please also remember that when you have fun, you can also have fun and be responsible.
That's right.
Yes.
Be courteous. Be nice to other people. Do not take advantage of the situation by pushing other people around, trying to throw your weight around, or trying to name people who you say are your friends to gain access. I mean, that's not right.
Yeah. Oh, and I think a while ago we did mention that all public schools will not have school tomorrow.
That's right. That's an announcement from Mayor Labella.
Yes, and private schools also. Some,
Yeah,
not all.
it's for Cebu City only. I just would like to make sure that it's for Cebu City. If your school is outside of Cebu City, you have to wait for an announcement. And if you go to a private school, you have to wait for an announcent.
But adults, remember, you need to go to work tomorrow. I'm
That's
sorry.
right. That's right.
You have to be old and responsible.
Well, like us, we're working right now actually, but then we're enjoying what we're doing. Just sitting here watching the contingents, and we have another contingent coming in that's for the free interpretation category. Contestant number 11, contingent number 11 is Tribu Mabulokon of Mabolo, Cebu City, and I heard that they're also having their own fiesta today.
Wow.
So those
fiesta.
passing through Mabolo, going through the church, they block the road. There's a huge stage there, so please avoid the area. Those who are watching us and you might want to come to the city, go to the malls, or just stay home. Watch our coverage and enjoy Sinulog 2020 from your homes. And we already have the contingent from Abolo on stage right now. This is a free interpretation dance. So we'll hand you over to the stage.
Director Victor Kaindik o Giyang Kaubanan, AFP CENTCOM Commander Lieutenant General Roberto Ancan o Giyang Kaubanan. We also acknowledge the presence of Congressman Bingo Matugas and family. Santander Mayor Wilson Wenceslao, National Labor Relations Commissioner Nendel Hans Abelia. Niya sa uban kanato karon ang NAVFORCEN Commander si Commodore Dorvin Jose Legaspi o ang iyang makuyog. From the Commission on Audit, Region 7 Regional Director Marilo Rizari. We also have with us officials from DENR, from Cebu Bankers Club and Cebu Chamber of Commerce. Ingon man Cebu Chinese Chamber of Commerce. We also have officials from the British Embassy, from the Department of Budget and Management, Cebu City Councilors and staff. O gubang kadakuan sa City Hall o ingon man kadakuan sa Kapitolyo. Ladies and gentlemen, free interpretation, contingent number 11 from Barangay Mabolo, aniya ang Tribu Mabolokon. Mao kadto ang Banay Labangon gikan sa Barangay Labangon. Ato sa
Labangon, the cavemen of Labangon, they're here. They just had a presentation and they had a huge black bird which laid eggs also on stage.
Yes. I really love their costume too. It reminds me of the Flintstones.
I think it was the Flintstones.
Yeah?
Yeah, with Wilma and the
Yeah, I think I saw
queen.
Fred there among the participants of Banay Labangon. So they're competing in the free interpretation category, and following them will be the Sinulog-based presentation of Banay Kabatanunan sa St. Paul College Foundation Incorporated. That's the one in Bulacau, Cebu City, and they're setting up right now. We talked earlier about the stories.
Yes.
Yeah, the stories that the participants perform on stage. They tell us a story. I think that is also what makes this festival interesting, because it is not just people dancing. There has to be something that would relate it to the veneration of the Holy Child. You don't just go there and dance the best way you can, but also relate it to how you venerate the Santo Niño and how the Santo Niño has touched your life or the lives of the people that you represent, right? Just like our beauty pageants, you know, you touch a lot of people. You touch the lives of a lot of people. You do charities. She mentioned earlier. So she said she did something on mental health. So what did you do as Miss Earth?
Well, in Miss Earth, we actually focus more on environmental advocacies. So in my year, I started this campaign called the Think Twice campaign with my elemental queens. My court, rather. And it was really nice because we were able to actually bring it internationally. So one of the places that we went to for the Think Twice campaign, it's where we do school tours to teach children how to find alternatives in their everyday lives to sustain the environment. And we were able to actually be invited to go to Environment Online in Finland. And they held a conference there in Yeonsu, and we were able to talk about the projects that we did here in the Philippines and in other countries. So that's one of the advocacies that I was able to tackle during Miss Earth. And it's really close to my heart because I think with everything that we do, it all starts with the environment. Because it gives you a good upbringing, or it can give a person a hard time also in the future. So everyone, even who are having fun right now in Sinulog, like what we said, be responsible. Take care of our environment. If you're holding a bottle, please make sure you throw it properly in the trash can. Upcycle, recycle, and segregate your trash, okay?
That's
So,
correct.
yeah.
You know, just a few steps, there would be a trash bin or a trash bag that
Yeah.
they're putting around. So please find time to drop your trash there. Hold
It's
on to
true.
it just for a little while you're looking for a trash can. Do not just throw it on the streets. Let's have fun. Let's have good, clean fun. That's the essence of the Sinulog.
Because, you know, Nimrod, one thing that we also teach people is to also be very good eco-travelers. So them coming here to the Philippines, even here to Cebu, they learn about our culture, they learn about like us, our festival. And at the end of the day, one of the things that they also need to take every time when they come here is to learn how to also take care of other people's homes.
That's right.
So for example, this is our home, this is where we live. And if you're traveling here from out of the country, please be nice to our home and make sure you don't trash it.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
Although we have our staff from the Department of Public Services of
Yes.
City Hall that's gonna clean up the trash that the people or the revelers would leave, let us not give them so much work.
Yes.
Let's make it easy for them
Don't
and
give
be
them a hard
responsible
time.
revelers of Sinulog 2020. On stage right now, we have Sinulog-based contingent number 3, and that's Banay Kabatanunan sa St. Paul College Foundation Incorporated of Bulacau, Cebu City. I think they're already starting their dance presentation from the noise that I could hear outside. So maybe we'll switch cameras and show the dance contingent on stage here at the Cebu City Sports Center. You're watching the live coverage of MyTV of Sinulog 2020. You're with Nimrod Quinones, you're with Lou Pixon, and you're with Jamie Harrell, and we're all here to give you the events of Sinulog 2020. Okay, that's one of the floats passing by.
Category contingent number 3. Banay Kabatanunan sa St. Paul College Foundation Incorporated. Ang ilang head of delegation si Dr. Randolph Libres. Artistic consultant, choreographer Jeffrey Tabucanon. Artistic choreographer Val
I think that,
Edgar.
they allow tourists to come in. You know, some people, they immediately react without really knowing the complete facts. So we just wanted to clarify that. So here now on stage is the banner of St. Paul College Foundation Incorporated. And they're going to be competing under the Sinulog-based category.
Gikan sa St. Paul College Foundation Incorporated. Aniya ang Banay Kabatanunan.
Welcome back to MyTV. We're having a live coverage for Sinulog Festival 2020.
Yeah, you just saw the presentation of Banay Kabataonon sa St. Paul College Foundation Incorporated of Bulacau, Cebu City. They're competing in the Sinulog-based category of this year's Sinulog Grand Parade. So we're gonna have a series of floats that will be coming into the Cebu City Sports Center. And the next dance contingent would be Banay San Nicolasnon of San Nicolas proper, Cebu City. So we mentioned them earlier. I think they also have an entry in the Sinulog-based category.
And then later on, we will have a few guests here in the studio, a few of our tourists, to tell us more about their Sinulog experience. So something to look forward to here in MyTV. Still with us, Sir Nimrod, Lou, and Jamie, of course. Don't forget to include the hashtags MyTV. What else? Hashtag Sinulog 2020. And my channel, your channel.
Yeah, and I'd like to say hi to some of our viewers. Jamie Opinion Ang, she's watching us. We're watching our coverage. I think she's just in Talisay. You should come over. Don't stay at home. Of course, we also have our friends from other parts of the world who are watching. I think some people from the Middle East are watching the telecast online. So a lot of people are enjoying Sinulog 2020 because of our coverage of MyTV, which was brought to us by the sponsors.
Our sponsors. Wait, my finger got stuck. That's why.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, this coverage wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, so we would like to thank them. We have International Marketing Group, or IMG, Kaiser International Health Group Incorporation, Kaiser Medical Center, Manila Bankers Life Insurance Incorporated, De Los Reyes Optical, Cebu Land Masters Incorporated, Philippine Airlines, Coast Pacific Manufacturing Corporation, and Hyperactive Entertainment. Thank you so much to our sponsors
And
for
of
making
course,
this happen.
those who are watching us here on TV, and you can tell your friends and family that you can watch us live through this.
Yes, watch us live through www.livestream.com/mytv30/on-air. You can also catch us on MyTV YouTube channel, also MyTV Cebu Facebook page as well. Don't forget to like us there as well, my friends. And of course, channel 30 at Sky Cable.
So there's many ways to watch our coverage. I have a lot of friends, classmates who have been telling me that, we're watching your live coverage of Sinulog 2020. So it's good to know that there are really people watching, and we were just informed that we're actually #1 on YouTube now for the live coverage of Sinulog 2020. So that's how important technology is to bring to everybody's homes, some to their offices or their workplaces, those who are abroad, the Sinulog beat. Sinulog 2020, right where they are, on their mobiles, on their TV screens, on their PC monitors, wherever you are, you could watch the action and you could reconnect with Cebu and not miss home so much or miss home more.
Yeah, and everyone also get more into the fun. I know that you're watching and it's really nice and colorful, but also drop in some comments there because, at some point during the time when you were watching the show or during the commercial, we're gonna look and scroll through your comments. And if you have some questions, we're definitely willing to answer them. So let's also be active in social media for Sinulog 2020.
That's right. And of course, let us be responsible revelers.
Yes.
Do not throw your trash just anywhere. Follow the instructions of the security personnel. And of course, always remember, the Sinulog celebration doesn't happen not because of people like us who covered the event, not because of our sponsors, but because of the Santo Niño. Also pay homage to the Santo Niño. And remember that he is the star of Sinulog 2020.
And of course, we also have a photo competition, right?
Yes. The Snap a Photo competition by MyTV. So everybody should publicize their photos, their favorite photos taken from today, Sinulog 2020, and include the hashtag MyTV Cebu. Am I correct, Jamie?
Yes.
And hashtag my channel, your channel. There's another hashtag. My phone died.
Yeah, but you can check it actually on Facebook on MyTV's Facebook page to see all of the instructions there. But hey, everyone, get active on it. Get your selfies out. Get your photos. It's gonna go until 12 a.m. And there's a ton of prizes. The first prize will get a GoPro. The second prize will be a Samsung Galaxy, as I recall.
Yes, A20.
Yes, and then there will also be gift certificates worth 2,000 pesos for people who are taking the third or fourth prize. So everyone, start taking your photos and make memories with us.
Okay, and the police has estimated the crowd that has entered the Cebu City Sports Center as of midday. So this is about more than 2 hours ago. To be about 100,000 people have already gone in and out of the Cebu City Sports Center.
So
Not
good.
seated because the capacity of the grandstand is only about 5,000 to 6,000 people. But there are a lot of people here milling around, passing through the sports center as part of the delegation, as part of the kibitzers, as part of whatever they are. But they are here. They're part of Sinulog 2020. So let us remind you that please, guys and gals, let us enjoy the Sinulog. Let's make this a safe Sinulog. Let's make this something worth remembering because we enjoyed the Sinulog so much, not because something bad happened, right?
Yes, that's true. And 100,000 is a lot. And imagine, these are just people that are going in and out of the complex. How much more the people also outside waiting to come in, and also people watching us live today.
Yeah, we're still waiting for word from the police about that.
Yes.
As to the number of people outside. I'm sure Colonel Engelbert Soriano, the officer in charge of the Cebu City Police office, is busy right now going outside. I met him just, I think, the day after he reported to the Cebu City Police office, and he's a nice guy, adopted by PMA Class 92. So I have a lot of classmates also from PMA 92. So we kind of became instant friends when we met. Yeah, and later on we're gonna have President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, and I'm sure one of the guys with him is his senior military aide, no less than George Blanco, Colonel George Blanco. We were classmates. We were
that's
classmates
nice.
before. So George is the guy who's always with the president wherever he travels, and some other people. So there's a lot of security here at the Cebu City Sports Center. So please behave. Please stay at your designated area in the grandstand. You cannot walk around. So, well, aside from it's better if you just sit down, not really walk around. Well, the weather is kind of hot today.
Yeah,
And
but it's nice 'cause you can feel a bit of a breeze, but I'm not so sure if it's the air outside because of the
City
windows or the
Sports.
electric fan.
I think it's more of the fan.
Fan.
But don't forget to hydrate. You could see the heat shown on screen right now.
That's
That's
true.
the grand stage here at the Cebu City Sports Center. So we're waiting for the next dancing contingent. I think it's going to be Banay San Nicolas nun. Also of San Nicolas proper, also free interpretation. They're FI number 9 contestant.
Yeah, and also like what was mentioned was if you're out there having fun, make sure you have an extra shirt just in case if you sweat, towel, put sunblock because you don't want those UV rays ruining you, sunglasses to protect your eyes, and always hydrate at all times. I mean, you can do like certain things that whatever you want to do, but this is out of concern for everyone out there that's enjoying. Also keep yourself hydrated and safe and healthy.
Yeah, even if you're as dark skinned as I am, you still need to put sunblock.
Yes,
Yeah, I do a lot of outdoor activities. I play football, I play golf, I walk around. so I always remember to put on sunblock and make
Yeah.
sure it has a high SPF
That's true.
factors to be
That's
able
true.
to really protect you. So, well, aside from that, please take note that this Sinulog celebration, which was originally just for Cebu, is now for everyone. So if we have visitors here who are asking directions, asking you questions about places to go or what they do or just simple information, be nice hosts.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Courtesy.
Yeah, courtesy.
But in fairness to us Cebuanos, we're very warm, very hospitable, and that's why people always come back to go visit Sinulog, experience Sinulog.
That's right. They will come back and we will also come back
Yes.
after this commercial break.
Binabati kita, kaibigan. Proud ako sa iyo kasi iniisip mo ang kinabukasan ng iyong pamilya. At dahil mahal mo sila, ka-MB Life ka. Kaibigan, ikaw na.
Join ako. Kasama ako. Sana'y maging bahagi rin kayo. Hashtag 10M2025. Corina Sanchez Rojas. At ako'y bahagi ng 10 million Filipinos financially educated by the year 2025.
Miss Dina Natuto, 28 years old, call center agent.
Wow, ang bongga! St. Deep Commission! Ang dami kong blessings!
Cannot save? Don't know how to save? IMG. We educate. We care. This is Rachel, employee, 5 years. Supervisor, after 10 years. Manager, after 15 years. Dead end, nowhere to go. IMG, for limitless opportunities. This is Rachel, employee, 5 years. Supervisor, after 10 years. Manager, after 15 years. Dead end, nowhere to go. IMG, for limitless opportunities. This
To know more about our projects, visit us at www.cebulandmasters.com. Cebu Land Masters. We build with... tradition, the Filipinos maintain strong family ties. But it's this same tradition that prompted more than 50% of Filipino senior citizens to rely solely on their children and relatives for support in their old age. You can follow the same path, or you can choose to proceed in another way, a better way, the Kaiser way. And what is the Kaiser way? Financial independence, especially in your retirement years, when you'll really need medical attention and support. Other HMOs serve group and individual accounts. Kaiser International Health Group focuses on your long-term health needs. How? Kaiser uniquely provides for a second layer of HMO coverage, which gives members the option to utilize it or not. You can use it if you have to, but if you stay healthy, Kaiser International Health Group will reward you with the financial independence you deserve in your senior years. Simple, worry-free, effective. Why? Because Kaiser cares. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Juan de la Cruz, 10 years sa barko, successful OFW. Tired of falling, but keeps on trying? Yet you're falling over and over again?
Can't get your financial solution?
IMG offers you the solution. IMG, we educate, we care.
By tradition, the Filipinos maintain strong family ties. But it's this same tradition that prompted more than 50% of Filipino senior citizens to rely solely on their children and relatives for support in their old age. You can follow the same path, or you can choose to proceed in another way, a better way, the Kaiser way. And what is the Kaiser way? Financial independence, especially in your retirement years, when you'll really need medical attention and support. Other HMOs serve group and individual accounts. Kaiser International Health Group focuses on your long-term health needs. How? Kaiser uniquely provides for a second layer of HMO coverage, which gives members the option to utilize it or not. You can use it if you have to, but if you stay healthy, Kaiser International Health Group will reward you with the financial independence you deserve in your senior years. Simple, worry-free, effective. Why? Because Kaiser cares. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Okay, we're back here at the Cebu City Sports Center for the live coverage of Sinulog 2020 by MyTV. And during the break, I had a chance to check on the messages on my phone. And Mark Mayol is giving a shout out to their families, the Mayol, Gordo, Plania, Ginita, and Bragat family of Tabuelan. They're watching us here. And there's a lot of people who are also giving their best of luck wishes to Tribo Rehak of Borongan City, Eastern Samar. And then